Hello and welcome to the Somerset Diverse Communities podcast. My name is Michał Purzyński and I am a BAME Community Engagement Officer from Community Council for Somerset. This show is about Black, Asian and minority ethnic communities in Somerset. Today I came to Yeovil because of the first Yeovil Together event run by local ethnic diverse communities of Yeovil. We can expect food, dance, theatre, workshop, sports and much more at this free to attend event. I'm going to talk to a few of the participants in order to find out why they decided to take part in it, what message they have, what they would like to achieve and where we can find out a little bit more about what they do these days. But before I will do it, it would be good to talk to one of the key organizers of today's event, my colleague Jasna Hussain from Somerset Diverse Communities. Hi Jasna, good to see you. It's a great event. It looks like more and more people are coming in. What can we expect today and what was the reason that you decided to co-organize the Yeovil Together event today? What we can expect and what would you like to achieve by organizing events like Yeovil Together?
Well, it's the first of its kind actually. So we've had supported Taunton Together and Bridgewater Together and multicultural Froome, and Yeovil hasn't had a multicultural celebration of diversity and culture. So we wanted to actually do it last year, but due to the pandemic, we couldn't do it, obviously for obvious reasons. And it's just a way of people coming together, celebrating diversity and culture from all different backgrounds, faiths, and with the wider community as well. So it's that sort of community cohesion, multiculturalism, and when you talk to people, it breaks down those barriers. It's so important. If you don't talk to people, you don't know their background or their lives. So that's what we wanted to achieve.
Would you say that Yeovil is quite diverse town?
It's really diverse. I mean, I grew up in Yeovil, so when I was growing up, it wasn't diverse at all. But as time has gone on, it's become so diverse. But I think the issue is we don't actually mix together. Everyone keeps in their separate groups, and we just wanted a multicultural event to share with everybody and celebrate the culture of Yeovil with food, with local people singing and dancing, talking to people, breaking down those stereotypes and barriers and celebrating as a community, and that's what we are. And I think it's about those ethnic diverse communities saying to the wider community in Yeovil that we are part of the fabric of the town. We always have been and we always will be, and come and enjoy and celebrate and taste our culture, see our cultures, our faith, and be part of that.
Fantastic, Jasna. Well done. It's a fantastic event. Those who didn't come, they can only regret. But there is going to be a chance next year. So we do encourage everyone to contact Jasna and take part in that fantastic event, which is really important for not only for Yeovil but for whole Somerset. Thank you, Jasna.
Thanks, Michał. It's been amazing. Thank you.
We're going to do some Indian dance forms with mixing classical, folk and Bollywood. And I want to say in Rabindranath Tagore's words, Nana Bhasha, Nana Mot, Nana Porichoy, Bibider Maje Ache Milanomo, which means loads of different languages, cultures, foods, fashions, but at the end of the day we're all together. Thank you, hope you enjoy our presentation.
Okay, my next speaker is Adiro and her mum. Mum's name is?
Doita.
Nice to meet you, ladies. I've seen you on stage. You were dancing. Could you tell me a little bit about the dance? What was it?
It was about Indian dance forms all over India, what kind of dances there are. We mixed Bollywood, classical and folk.
And where did you learn to dance like that?
I learned from my mum, and I learned from India from a dancer.
Right, and you've been living in Yeovil for how long?
5 years.
5 years. Would you say that Yeovil is quite diverse town, or did you meet a lot of friends at the beginning when you came here?
At the beginning we didn't have much friends, but now we have a lot of friends.
And what would you say about the event today? Was it worth to be part of it?
We are so happy it's like that type of event because before it's nothing have. So I wish it's every year come like this type of event. Yeah.
Would you like to be part of it next year as well, and perhaps dance for?
Yes, of
every
course.
year.
Every year.
So what would you say to people who perhaps didn't come today? How would you encourage them to be part of this event next year?
I would say tell them there's a lot of culture here, and everybody's enjoying, and it's going to charity and everything. It's really fun.
Yeah, we are a different culture in India, lots of culture. So and whole world is like the Bollywood dance, Bollywood movies. So we thinking we open some Bollywood dance school. So maybe next time and come again here. So Bollywood dance in Yourville. Everybody come and dance.
Fantastic idea. I will wish you good luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Bye.
Okay, so now I'm with Carol from Somerset African Caribbean Network. Hello, Carol.
Hello.
What are you hoping to do today? What's the main aim of your presence?
To raise awareness that we're here. So anybody who is of African or Caribbean descent, who needs advice, who just want to join the network and be part of it, we're here. There is a group within Somerset that is there to help and offer advice. We've got lots of networks around Somerset.
I see lots of stuff on your table, and I must admit I don't recognize everything. So is it like people they need to guess what is it, or?
Right, they guess the spices. Mostly they're getting everything apart from the cocoa. They've never seen cocoa like that. They usually see the beans and think that that's cocoa. But this is more like a stone, but you grate it, and when you grate it, you get the smell of the chocolate.
I must admit I've never seen a cocoa in this shape and form as well. I feel embarrassed, but that's true. So you've got books, you've got instruments, you've got a bit of different flavors, and people are interested mainly in?
The steel pans. The kids especially, but the adults as well. They love the steel pans.
Do you know how to play?
No.
Come on, I will encourage you to make some noise.
Anyone can play a note.
Perfect. Well done. It was a pleasure. And if someone would like to find out a little bit more about Somerset African Caribbean Network, where they can find you?
They can look on the website or Facebook. Facebook is the best way. Catch us on Facebook, and then someone will be in touch with them. They can message. Yeah, so it's the Somerset African Caribbean Network. And they can find us on Facebook.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Good luck. I'm really glad I met Roshan. Roshan is a member of Diverse Young Somerset project, but today I do believe the reason why he came to Yeovil is different. Is that right, Roshan?
That's the one, yeah. We're here at Yeovil Together event. It's looking amazing. I'm here to perform on the stage that they've got set up, and I am absolutely so excited and nervous. Yeah, it's going to be amazing.
What are you going to do?
So I'm here to, I've got singing, I'm going to play the guitar, and hopefully I'm going to astound some people with some beatboxing.
Wow, a lot. Okay, who would thought? Nice. So at what time do you start?
4. 10 past 4.
Okay, so we've got about 2 hours still. So are you going to enjoy some food? Or?
Absolutely. I'm so looking forward to the food, actually. I'm really, really hungry, and there's so many different kinds of food here that I'm really excited to try. Yeah.
But you don't live in Yeovil, is that you are living in Wellington?
Yeah, that's the one. I live in Wellington.
So there's a distance.
Yeah, we drove about 2 or 3 hours here to get here.
Just to be part of Yeovil Together.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Just asked me if I could perform here, and I was absolutely more than happy to. This is a great opportunity, and yeah, I'm happy to add to the cultural diversity of here representing Indian culture. I'm wearing quite a nice Indian kurta, and yeah, hopefully singing some songs, telling my story.
Fantastic. I wish you good luck, Roshan.
Thanks, Mihail. Nice to meet you. Hi, I'm Roshan. I'm 19. I moved here from India 6 years ago. And as many of you can imagine, and as I imagine many of you already know, that can be a real shock. People here, they have their dinner called tea at 6 o'clock. People don't honk their horns. There's loads of trees here. And generally it's very different from where I used to know. But, so as you can imagine, as a 12-year-old kid, it was quite a shock for me to come and live here. But then I found these amazing people who really helped me to settle. They would help me walk to school. They'd invite me to sit with them during lunchtime. They would knock on my door to ask me to come out and play with them. And pretty much this song is for all those people and for the people who help you to settle and to let you know that everyone belongs here. All right, ready? As we sang, what's another night on Mars with friends like us? Anywhere is home. Pots a clutter, ploppy commas with prep and strikers. Any prep is home. Pots a clutter, ploppy commas with bread and strikers. Any prep is home. So yeah, for my second song, I will need one of these and one of these. Please feel free to clap. La mattina mi sono alzato, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invaso. Oh partigiano, portami via. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Oh partigiano, portami via, che mi sento di morire. Oh se vi muoio da partigiano. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. E se vi muoio da partigiano. Okay, I approach another table with lots of leaflets. I must say it would take ages to read all of them. However, I'm pretty sure Dawn will explain in more detail what it's all about. Hello, Dawn.
Oh, hello. I'm a revert to Islam of 4 years only, which is quite a short time. And we're here today to raise awareness, really, about Islam, about including people trying to dispel stereotypes and myths about the faith. So we have an open, well, it's not an open day as such. At the mosque, people can ring up the imam, ring the mosque, and arrange to go and visit the mosque. They can arrange with a group of people. I mean, they can talk to the imam, they can ask questions about anything they like, including the Taliban, including extremism if they want to. So it's about dispelling the stereotype and the myths about Islam. Yeah.
So if someone would be interested to pop into the mosque, what they need to do?
If they want to ring up, they just ring the number on the leaflet here, and they just say, I'd love to come and visit the mosque. I'd like to bring a group of people. I'd like to learn more about Islam. not necessarily to revert to Islam, but just to find out more, just so that you've got a really good, educated, realistic understanding of the Quran and the faith.
Right, and we are talking about the mosque in Yeovil, is that right?
Yeah, the mosque in Yourville is located on Sherborne Road. It's opposite the Aldi supermarket, and there's parking at the mosque as well. So, and you're most welcome.
Is the Muslim community quite huge, significant in Yeovil area? Would you say?
I think the Muslim community has always been in Yeovil. There's always been a Muslim community, and there's been a mosque for a number of years. For over 20 years, there's been a mosque here. Obviously, it's not as large a community as you would find in Bristol or a larger city, but the community is definitely here, and so it is significant because, you know, you will see Muslims around. You will see Muslims in business, in schools, in the hospital. You'll see women wearing a hijab, and I think it's really important that the whole community knows and learns more about all of this, just to dispel any misconceptions you have from the press usually.
Chevalier, please come to the stage. Thank you. So now আমরা প্রথমে কই যে আমরা সবাই একলগে ডান্স করলে হয় না ঠিক আছে রে ওই তো সবাই মিলে একসাথে ওই তো
I'm really glad that I was able to meet Mayor of Yeovil, Evelyn Potts-Jones. Hello.
Hello.
Good to see you here. I'm really glad that you decided to join our event today. Could you tell us a little bit about your impressions? How do you find today's event?
Well, my first impressions was walking into somewhere with lots of people for a change, and you don't realise how much you miss people until you see them again. But bringing all these little communities and cohorts that we've got together, it's just amazing. I'm shocked at how big it is here today. It's lovely.
Yeah, especially that I think in past years we couldn't see a similar event, and this one is huge. It's attracting hundreds of people from different communities. Would you say that Yeovil is quite diverse town?
Oh, Yeovil is definitely diverse. And over the years, I think we've learnt to grow with them. We've been educated. Myself, I've been educated about what's around us, and I'm still learning. And this is the sort of place where you're going to learn and meet new people.
It seems like in past years Yeovil became a very vivid and a town. It's evolving all the time, attracting people from different parts of the world. Would you say that Yeovil in general is really welcoming town?
Oh, Yeovil is welcoming. It really is. I think as we grow, more and more people come and visit us. It's amazing. We've got a lot to shout out about, and today's event is one of those, and I look forward to it next year.
So my next speaker is Edgar. Edgar is from
Brazil, Rio de Janeiro.
Wow, well done. Your stall is very colorful. If someone will approach your table, what we can expect? What we can try?
Our intention, we are a group of the Brazilian Navy that are working here at Leonardo. So our families decided to bring some typical foods of the Brazilian culture, and also some pictures of our traditional dances, or football, or soccer, of course, and other things, other stuffs that are popular in Brazil. And you have some salted and sweet foods. I hope that you enjoy it. And our intention here is to share a little of Brazil with you.
Would you say that it's a lot of Brazilians living in Yeovil?
Yeah, and true. Actually, we are a group of 9 militaries of the Brazilian Navy, and we are here of a family. So we have a group of about 30 people here living here in Yeovil.
Right. Do you organize any events across the year, or is it your first initiative?
No, it's the first. Now, in true, we are invited by my English teacher, James. Hello, James. And James invited us because you know that a huge group here, so he invited us to share some, a little of our culture with you.
Right, I think it's really important to be part of it. I'm really glad that you decided to take part in it, because Brazilian culture seems to be very colorful. You've got lots to offer, not mentioning about the football. And I see your t-shirt now. You are in yellow t-shirt that's recognizable across the world. So I'm really glad that you take part in it, and hopefully you will join us in the future as well, not only for Brazilians, but especially for local people who's got a chance to ask you about Brazilian culture, Brazilian food, music, and much more, basically. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Obrigado.
Well, obrigado.
কৃষ্ণ আইলা রাধার কুঞ্জে ফুলে বাইলা ভ্রমরা কৃষ্ণ আইলা রাধার কুঞ্জে ফুলে বাইলা ভ্রমরা ময়ূর বেশেতে সাজে রাধিকা.
My next speaker is Dariusz Białek from Polonie Friends. Hello, Darek.
Hello, Michał. Pleased to meet you.
Let's talk about Polonie Friends, because I think the history of Polonie Friends, well, you've been established last year, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So we started with the help of some of the diverse communities back in February 2020. As you can imagine, that was a rather unfortunate time because soon after, you know, the situation forced us to not to perform or do any sort of close community meetups. Even though it was challenging, I think it was a very good opportunity for us to put all the structures together with, as I mentioned, help of Somerset communities, diverse communities. We put you know, all the information across to center members. That allows us to during that period of kind of inactivity, we still managed to do some webinars, attract more people, and allow to build the community, which was the main goal. And this year, actually, we are doing quite well. We are recognized, and we are working together with many other communities and groups. And I think we are growing. We've got some very positive feedback. So that's all about.
So what is the main aim, the main goal of Polonie Friends, and what would you like to achieve, and what you hopes are basically in the for the near future?
Yeah, sure. So from the very beginning, we thought that the idea behind is to make sure that our community can be can coexist. We can sort of reunite and sort of share good experience, share good time. We organize discos for kids. We organize many activities, sport activities. We support people, adults and children financially as well through different programs. And we want to make sure that people have good fun. So, you know, having a lot of Polish people around Yeovil areas, I think it's like a good opportunity to sort of bring everybody together and have good time and basically be kind to one another, help each other, share good interests, share hobbies, going away where we are sort of meeting elsewhere as well. So, you know, I would invite everybody who is interested to just join us. We are on Facebook page, on Instagram, and you know, just let us know.
Fantastic, Dariusz. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you.
Pleasure as well. Thank you.
cărciumă și bea, intră în cărciumă și bea, măi. Te dorune ca sugrene, stă în cărciumă, bea la bere, stă în cărciumă, bea la bere. De neca și de veni, stă în cărciumă, bea la vin, stă în cărciumă, bea la vin. Bea și uită, supără rău, omule, învincată-ți alinarea. Bea, cântă și îți petrece, omule, că vezi viața cum îți trece. Bea și uită, supără rău, omule, învincată-ți alinarea. Bea, cântă și îți petrece, omule, că vezi viața cum îți trece.
Hello, Narcisa. Good to see you.
And you, hi Michał.
Narcisa, you are representing Romanian community in Yeovil. Is that right?
Yes, I and some other people, of course. It's not just myself, you know.
Of course. And could you tell me a little bit about Romanian community in your area? Would you say that's a significant number of Romanian people these days who are living in Yeovil?
Michał, I think we are more than 1,000 now in Yeovil and surrounding areas.
What would you like to see in the future for Romanian community in Yeovil?
So we've started up this Yeovil Romanian Association because what we wanted to do is help Romanians in Yeovil and around Yeovil to feel that we are a tight community and we help one another. So our main aim now is to set up a Romanian school. You know, kids here are brought learning English, but it would be ideal if they, learned to speak Romanian as well. And not just Romanian language, but Romanian traditions and customs. So our aim now is to set up this Romanian school where they will be learning about Romanian traditions, will be learning Romanian songs. We're starting having these activities with kids. Celebrating Christmas, because we celebrate Christmas over there, Easter, also all sorts of specific activities, Romanian ones. So yeah, we want people to know that we are here and we are happy to be part of a greater community, you see, because we are diverse, but we should be all together.
Fantastic. So if there's any, let's say, if there are some Romanians who are listening to this podcast right now and they will say, oh, that's fantastic, I didn't know that there's someone who's trying to organize a school where we can cultivate culture and our heritage, where they can find a little bit more about you, how they can reach you, what's the way to contact you?
We've got this group on Facebook which is called Romanians in Yeovil, Români in Yeovil, and we'll be over there. So all our activities, gatherings, celebrations are advertised there.
How would you say Yeovil Together in Romanian?
Yeovil împreună.
Thank you, Narcisa. Have a lovely day.
Thank you, Angie.
Okay, I'm with Zoe and Natasha. Actually, I approached a table where there's a sign, Origami Workshop. There's 5 young people, about, I don't know, they're not older than 8 years old, I don't know, but they are really focused. Could you tell me a little bit about the whole idea behind the Origami Workshop?
Hi, it's Origami Workshop. It's one of the activity from Yourville Art Space, and I'm original from Hong Kong, so I'm Chinese, and now I'm very, very keen to promote sort of Asian culture. Loads of people asking me to do Origami Workshop before, so I think I'll take this opportunity to offer one.
Right, you would say that young people these days, they tend to spend more and more time in front of the computer on the internet rather to concentrate on a piece of paper trying to create something, but they prove that I'm wrong. Actually, they spend lots of time trying to build beds or other stuff. I'm pretty sure I would be really useless in terms of trying to achieve that, but they are great. So Natasha, I see you've got a table next to Zoe, and I see you've got something else. What do you promote?
So Yeovil Art Space is all about using the arts as a communication vehicle, just like you said, like the young people are really engaged with what they're doing. So we are here today because we're looking to gather recipes and the stories of the people that are here and why the food and the culture brings communities together. So we're going to be putting together a recipe book and encouraging young artists from this kind of age group up to 8 all the way up to the professional artists of Yeovil creatives that we work with. To illustrate this book and take this sort of legacy of today's food out to the community. So that's what I'm doing today.
Right, I've heard that a few times today that music, food and sport is one of those things that can help to integrate regardless of the language barrier or cultural barriers. You know, if you've got a music or food or if there's some kind of sport, we don't need to communicate. There's another language that we can use in order to understand each other. So you are talking about the recipes. Have you been successful so far?
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's been trying to capture the essence of today has been special, and I think with visual arts, because it's kind of more of a mindful activity, it's sort of today is like capturing the essence of it and then taking some time to reflect. And you talk about music and food being language, but visual arts, I mean, that is a communication that there is no language barrier for. So that's what we're here today to sort of celebrate, really.
That's great, thank you. And Zoe, if you would need to encourage people to practice origami, what would you say to them? Why they should try?
I think it's exactly mindful activities, and then you take your time and you learn it. You make every single fold very careful, and then it will be really making very successful at the end. And there's so many ways that you can do origami. So watching YouTube, I say, it's like, and there's a step-by-step guys. You can pause and you can start again. So yeah. Go have a go.
Last question about the event itself. Is it what you expected or you are quite disappointed? What are your hopes for the future?
Oh no, it's excelled my expectation. I've absolutely loved it. I mean, we've been here and like meeting some really interesting people, and eating some great food was just like a massive bonus. And we've just made lots of contacts. So I kind of feel that I hope this is the first of many events. And I think there's a lot of like-minded people here, and we're coming up with new projects all the time. And I think Zoe and I are bursting to get started with taking inspiration from today's event. Really, it's been brilliant.
It's absolutely lovely, and I see some friends, like sometimes you see in Yourville, like because you're different, I'm ethnic minority, and you see the faces now, you actually properly introduce where you came from and what's your names and get in contact and swap numbers. So yeah, we make friends and then we make a lot of interesting conversation. We're looking forward to do more.
Can we expect you here next year?
Oh yes, for sure. And we invite everyone to come down to Yeovil Art Space as well and come and see what we're doing. And definitely.
Can't wait.
I might have to let my tummy settle a bit first.